It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Not my words, that's Nelly from Music. And what I mean by that is, welcome to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Wednesday. Yeah, if it's not Marvel Contest of Champions having their own little heat wave, it's a lot of you out there feeling quite moist, because of course it is rather hot in the world. But let's get into some show coverage. Not an odd way to start a show. So we've got this. Speaking of heatwave deals, people have been experiencing the issue. Like when I pop them these deals, first and foremost, when you kind of like swipe down or kind of like you go on some of these deals, you're kind of presented with like a load of, if you don't read, right, and reading is important, you might be mistaken in what you click and you might click the wrong deal. It's quite easy to do. Many people have done it. And by the way, if you didn't know already, I did mention about heatwave crystals. Collect market points. You'll probably get enough if you're starting now to get the 15 points ones. You'll probably miss out on the 25 market points heatwave selected crystals. I have no idea what these are. They could be good, could be bad. I'm non-spending. If you know what these are, put it in the comments, by the way. But yeah, people will actually kind of like click on by mistake the stuff, and they're saying that Kabam aren't being responsive. Now, that's disappointing. Kabam haven't been that active on the forums in the last several days. Don't know why. Maybe there's like they're having a little bit of a holiday break, whatever, for stuff. Or maybe like a lot of people are going away. I don't know. I really don't know. It's just there's been lack of response on certain stuff. And it may be by the time... I can't speak. Whilst I'm recording this video, I haven't seen any kind of response to certain threads by Kabam employees. But it'll probably be responding, you know, later on in the evening because it's 8 PM now UK time. It'll probably be like the early hours. That's normally how it works with it. But we record the MCN a bit earlier. So disappointing not to see any responses, especially from support. Would you think that would be something important? 4 days and no response. And there's people receiving, having the same or similar issues, or having issues with, say, support not being responsive to stuff. Have you experiencing any issues with getting support to help you out? Obviously let me know and put it in the comments. Today is also a very busy day. So here today, Wednesday, the 2nd of July, we're going to see a Kabam live stream, which is a bit of a rarity. It's normally, well, I would think that it's meant to be this Friday, but this Friday is July 4th. It's a very important day. So I think that's the reason they decided not to do the live stream, and I don't know whether or not people, you know, on July 4th would want to watch a live stream. Possibly not, but yeah, so that's the reason it is going to be on Wednesday. We'll of course do coverage as we normally do going into the weekend, and of course do some coverage over the next kind of like 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So look out for that. One of the big things that were noted from this was there'd be a brand new mode. We've covered extensively this brand new mode. Well, we didn't extensively, but we did a bit of coverage of it the last time it was showcased and what we knew of it, which was obviously featuring 2 stars. If you saw that video, then of course we kind of expanded on it. I'm excited for the Make and High Evolutionary. Their kits off the bat, which we did dissect, do look really good, or interesting or different than others, and especially with Maker being a tech and High Evolutionary being a science. And that's we'll see a little bit of footage of High Evolutionary, but we've covered it on the channel before, so I'm not repeating old ground so much with what we learnt, what we found, and stuff like that. But we'll get it validated at the weekend when Kabam do the deep dives. Yes, deep dives. There's also going to be StatCast Relics that will be looked into. I don't know if we'll see a dev diary. If we do, of course, we'll cover it whenever more stuff. And even more exciting roadmap updates. I'm really looking forward to this live stream. I think mainly because I want to find out what the future is. I also want to, well, I hope that we're going to get an update about the quality of AI. I want to find out what Kabam have got installed for the community that maybe is not about like endgame stuff, because they didn't really hit the mark when it came to Wheel of Fate. So it's interesting to find out what is happening for the future, what is interesting, what is good for the community, or maybe not, or maybe it's going to be a complete L. We'll find out later on today, and of course we'll be covering lots of it on the channel. One thing that we did actually not see is a confirmation around will Twitch drops be a thing. Recently there's been, of course, the issue of Twitch drops not working properly. Now they haven't confirmed it will be back. It might be back, it might not be. A promo code, would that be better this time around, just to kind of smooth things over? I think that might be advised, but Kabam have said there's going to be giveaways, but haven't really confirmed anything around Twitch drops. So we'll have to see if they can actually put them out this time. Now, over on the Books of Face, Kabam put out, and also Twitter as well, x.com, whatever you want to call it, high evolutionary special attack rotation footage. Now, we've seen a lot of the SP3 animations before and a little bit of the basic attacks, but we've not seen the full animations, or maybe we haven't, maybe we have actually. Animations look incredible, as they normally should do, and there's a lot of questions still about the champion abilities, but very exciting to see this. I'm still unsure about the face, the helmet slash face elements of the armoring, but it is what it is. You know, I can't really complain, especially because the animations look so good, and I hope that the character is a decent character. Maybe it's going to be an Enchantress counter. We'll have to find out what Kabam are cooking up with this champion. But if you want to see some of these amazing animations, then go and check it out on Facebook and X and wherever Kabam post the stuff. Now onto the Glory Store. Yes, like a few days ago, and this actually goes back a little while ago. Do you remember when we did the video and we did the poll? 8,700 people, 137 comments. Great interaction with the community on this one, and I'm sorry not everybody gets to feature in these videos because people complain if the video's too long, but I want to put as many of you in it as possible when it comes to comments and feedback you have, but people complain if these things are too long in coverage. But we try our best, you know, and even the shorts are there on the channel for people to enjoy. Anyway, it was good to see some people a lot of people getting involved with this one, and especially when it goes back to the forums where you see like a good discussion around the same thing. So we're all kind of thinking the same thing. It's great when we're all aligned with it. That's the shame when I hope Kabam go, we need to like listen to what people are saying and go, this should be something that improves. And definitely a little buff to Valiant, especially around the lines of tier 6 basics and tier 3 alpha, is something I definitely resonate with and agree with, and I'm sure a lot of you actually agree with exactly the same thing. It's just whether or not Kabam are actually willing to give this back. We've said before, like rank 3ing and even rank 3, not rank 4ing, rank 3ing a 7-star costs 9 tier 6 basics and 9 tier 3 alpha. And that has an extensive amount, especially extensive amount to find on a regular basis. More so, well, no, I can't say more so if you're non-spending, because we had the option of having that 10 unit grab and get more, but anyway, you know, that's Kabam with it. Should it be buffed in other areas as well? Should there be? We need a full tier 6 basic tier 3 alpha in the Glory Store. More tier 4 alpha shards to introduce tier 7 basic shards. Yeah, I'd also introduce Relics shards. I don't think Kabam will give out that. For most of that, I do agree with. I do agree with having stuff like Relic shards. I just don't think Kabam are going to do it. I think they would do tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha. I definitely think you're right with tier 4 alpha volume shards, and I definitely think you're right with a little bit of tier 7 basic. But when it comes to more premium items, maybe with the relic shard side of things, we may see it for stuff like stat relics, or Kabam are going to attach a price tag to it. You have to be very realistic of what Kabam are going to do, not do, screw you over with, not screw you over with. And when will be the next time that we'll definitely you know, time they get buffed? Like time is now. I think that this will basically be the year of change with that stuff, and I definitely think there will be a buff. I just don't know when. I would have thought with AQ season 13, is it the 13 that we're on at the moment, Kabam would do it, but there was nothing to kind of give that reassurance to players that they were considering it. But things move on, rank up materials move on, and the time has come this year. Tier 6 basics, tier 3 alpha is a problem for all Valiant today. Why no one else is talking about it? Hey? You what? We're all talking about it. Hey? Moving on. A lot of us are talking about it, but yeah. Anyway, I'll leave it at that point. We've got to go on to another story to see out the MCN with, but definitely think there's and Radiance as well. We'll see more premium items. And I think as well, be very careful with Radiance. Radiance is a chase competitive resource, but now a lot more people are being able to access it. So it means that people will be saving it for things like magic, the extra mastery point, very rare chase items, and you know, where will Kabam go with that when it comes to buffing stores? And this is another thing that people will forget. Well, they might forget, might not. Kabam did say they would be interested to amalgamate a lot of currencies. Now, if they do that, that of course impacts on us wanting to see a buff to the Glory Store, because they're like, well, we're not going to buff the Glory Store. We're instead going to make a low-cost Radiance option for you to go and buy. That's the thing I want to leave you with this segment of coverage of this particular news topic. Thanks for watching. Please go and check out some other content which will be located on screen. And I'll see you all in the next video when we'll be covering probably the live stream. But on that note, thanks for watching. See you soon. Much love. Goodbye.